welcome back to my channel. So for this video, I wanted to move some things around in my room and just kind of see if I could come up with like a better layout of the space, just because the room is very rectangular and sometimes it's a little hard to furnish rooms like that. Not to mention that there is a window like at the bottom part of the wall and it's slanted. So I'm always moving things around. I may not show you all the time, but anyway, this video is just to show you that even just a little bit of paint can make a huge difference. I added a bookshelf or a plant shelf that I actually made a while ago. I do have a video on it if you want to watch it. Let's just go ahead and get started with the room update, makeover, or refresh, whatever. Let's get started. All right, you guys, this is what it looks like as soon as you walk in. So, I mean, it's not really bad, but I think the layout could be better yet again. So here, there's a window, but I'm always just cautious or worried that people could actually see through the window. So I like to block it at night. I want to change and move things around a little bit just because there's a lot of empty, unused space. This is the clothing rack, and like I've told many people, yes, I still have it, and yes, I still use it, and yes, I put heavy winter coats on it, and no, it hasn't fallen over. Here's this setup, which I love. However, the things that are bothering me are the way this part of the closet looks and the way this part looks. I don't know, I don't like it. In order for me to wear my clothes, I need to see all of them. And currently, they're stored, well, they're just hung like this, but there's a good chunk right here, from here that way, where I never see, which means I will never wear them. And I just want to pull this out and maybe put it somewhere here. I don't know, maybe put it there. I'm gonna start by moving this out. However, I do want to paint it white because it's like a very gray, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, I want to paint this white and I want to take it out of the closet so that I can hang the clothes here so that I can see them and actually use them. This is what the room currently looks like, and look how big of a difference not having rugs in a room makes. I'm in the process of trying to get this out of the closet, but it's quite heavy and I'm not as strong as I thought. So currently working on getting this out of the closet without damaging any of the walls. I'm thinking of painting this whole wall white and transferring this color to this side. Just because this side looks super empty and blank.
Help me! Help me!
See, this is what I'm saying about this room, just being shaped very awkwardly. That's how the dresser looks, but I don't know. I'm not convinced. And now I don't want to paint it white because I kind of like the color of it in the closet. It pulled very dark gray, but I think it's because there is blue in that closet. I asked you guys on Instagram if I should paint the wall, and a lot of you guys said yes. So I looked through my stash of paint and I found this. It's like a beigey brown color. I want something a little bit deeper than this, but I'm gonna test it on the wall to see how it looks. Okay, that's definitely looking a lot more white and bright. I want something with a little bit more brown. Definitely not this color. I want a color that looks a little bit more like this. As you can see, this definitely has more cooler brown tones to it. So hopefully I can find something like this. So we're actually gonna go to Home Depot, and I'm planning on being quick, literally like 15 minutes max.
Can we get bleach for my bottle?
I tried these three. This one is a little bit too bright and too white. This one pulls a lot more pink than I would want. And this one is perfect. This is the color that I'm actually going to be going with. But I usually don't use a primer. I know, I definitely should. But I noticed that when I didn't use the primer, as you can see, it looks very gray, beigey brown, and that's not really the color that I want. However, when I added the taupe brown color on top of this like lighter white beigey, it does pull that like warm taupe brown that I'm wanting. So I wasn't gonna use a primer, but after seeing how these look now, I'm definitely gonna prime the whole wall and then let it dry for like 2-3 hours. And then I'm gonna come back in with this color and hopefully it'll look like this one right here. Now I'm gonna get everything off the wall and then start priming, and hopefully this runs smoothly.
It's not for me to say.
Look at my hand. In my nails obviously, but honestly this feels really cool. It's like all bumpy and lumpy. I finished the first coat of the primer. It looks a little weird, but that's okay. The next thing that I have to tackle all by myself is to bring this down so that I can paint behind it. This is where I keep all of my purses and just like sunglasses, just little things that I don't really want to be displayed. I kind of want them to be more concealed. So I have to bring this down so that I can paint behind it. I messed up. I started to paint everything in this one. Started to look a little too dark, so definitely a different color than what I had before, but it's still very dark, so I wanted something that would brighten the place up. So when I went to take Bruno and Louis to the dog park, the Home Depot is like 6 minutes away from there, so I ran in really quickly and picked this one up. So this is the winner because it definitely has a cooler undertone, which I don't always like cool undertones. However, when it's like a light brown, I prefer a cool, because if I don't, it starts to pull a little bit too pink. So we're gonna go with this one. I wanna show you the one I picked the first time. So this one is Stony Creek, and that's this one right here. It looks quite different actually, but I went 2 shades up and picked up Toasted Almond, and I'm gonna go with this one. It looks very light. As you can see, it dries to a darker shade. So this is a really good palette if you want something that's a little bit lighter with cooler undertones. I'm gonna go ahead and cover all this up. This is how the color is looking, and I'm kind of on the fence about it. just because I wanted it to be a tiny bit darker. However, I painted the whole thing, even behind this, so I think I'm gonna leave it for a couple of days, and then if I still don't like it, then I'll go a shade darker. But I also did play around with the layout. I tried moving this here and then leaving this empty, and then I tried having some like plants and whatnot, and I just think the best place for this thing is there because it's out of the way, it's kind of hidden. You just saw me put this up, and then the plant was here, but I'm just not feeling that vibe, so we are gonna try it again. Okay, so this is the final setup layout of how I want things displayed. IKEA, Target, and this was actually from a kombucha bottle. I just cleaned it up, thrifted, IKEA, and then these two my brother actually made, and that one is one of the vases that I did on a video. Don't mind the little snake bite holes right there. I actually have to patch those in and then paint over them. And then down there I have a little nightlight, and then just some thrifted stuff, and of course the plant, the fake plant, because I can't have huge green plants or any kind of big plants while we're out here because having to move them back home is a pain in the butt. So I'm sticking to like fake plants, and then when we go back home to Utah, I will live my plant lady dream. But anyway, moving along, this thing, so expensive. I don't even know if it's worth it. I have not removed the price tag yet because I still don't know if I'm going to keep it or not, but I got it from Target, and then that is from TJ Maxx, that's from IKEA, and then here we have Little Miss Louie, and this is actually Anthony's futon. It's from Walmart, and then this little guy right here is from TJ Maxx I think, and that is a beautiful little frame that my niece made for me, and honestly I love that. It is so simple, but I mean, look at us, look at that hair. And then this way I have my floor length mirror. Ooh, I gotta dust that, that's disgusting. Pretend like you didn't see that. And then I kind of want to paint this black, light gold, but I don't know if it's really my vibe right now, so I'm probably gonna spray paint that black. If we pan around over here, there's my little floor lamp. I got this one from Walmart for like 15 bucks, 20, not sure. I bought these two little tray thingies, I'll show you in a sec. But here is my lipstick stand. Anthony got this for me for Christmas a couple years ago. I reviewed this for you guys. I still freaking absolutely love it. I can't believe I didn't have a mirror like this before. But anyway, I love it. If you want to buy this mirror, I do have a video on it, reviewing it. Here's my DIY chair, still love it. And then here is this. I love this because, like I've mentioned before, it keeps all of your it keeps all of your brushes from getting dust. So love that for me. And then these I actually bought at Target like 2 days ago. $3 for the bottom one, $3 for the top, and honestly I love it because it is so spacious. So I have all of my like lipsticks over there, and then here I try to keep most of my lip glosses and lip pencils. I love them, highly would recommend. And then obviously, as I've told you guys, I'm gonna be doing a closet declutter next week. Yeah, I will show you what that looks like because I'm a little embarrassed. And these are my shoes. And then if we come over here, I just left this blank and simple, and that is how the whole room looks. Definitely like it better than the last time. I think it's because the dark was a little too dark, but I did have it for like a year and a half. So hopefully we will stick with this color, but nonetheless, I still like it. So there you go. and you made it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was definitely fun for me to just kind of move things around and position things here and there, and you know, pretty much just redecorate, but not spend any money really. The only money I spent was on the paint, and I messed it up once. Well, I didn't mess it up because I used the paint downstairs in the living room. Anyway, besides the point, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you also come back next week and that you subscribe if you found this fun to watch. So anyway, I hope you have a marvelous day or night whenever you're watching this. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week. Bye!
So I have time to look